This is a MCC 2 down Opiweka, Onitsha, Anambra, Nigeria. You can see mansions, how beautiful it is. This is MCC Onitsha, Anambra, Nigeria. Nigeria.
I am Kodili-nye. Welcome back again. Wonderful. We're here also to discuss several things about Onitsha, things of concern. But before we do, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your time zone. We are here again to talk about pressing issue and a requested video concerning the major road from Headbridge, Onitsha to Kodili-nye, part of the Onitsha metropolitan city. There are a lot of worrying issues concerning this area, and that's why we are here to discuss today. Remember, I am Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe, and subscribe. Join this crusade of this great channel for a better homeland and a better environmental environment, and to make cities, not just in Nigeria, but around the world, to be livable, and to improve the lifestyle of people and the health also. It's very, very important for us to continue to discuss on this. Although this one was brought to our attention, what is happening from Headbridge to Kodili-nye and all those pedestrian bridges on this area. If you have watched the video, you can see the road, the motorway is not looking bad, but you can see people were raising some concerns, which it has been like that for some time, but people keep on shouting, thinking that one day that a responsible government will hear their cry and do the needful. And It's also fall in line with our crusade in this channel to change the environment, to make it attractive, and to be also something that will help the people instead of something that will be a disaster to them. And that's where we start to discuss about the drainage. You can see the open drainage in this motorway. One of the drainage is almost 6 feet deep, 6 to 7 feet deep. So, and because it's left open, and in this motorway, there are very few crossings for the people, and some of these crossings, which we are going to discuss about also, after we have finished about the drainage, are far apart. And most of them, you have to climb high pedestrian over bridge or overhead bridge in order to pass this or to cross this major highway in Onitsha, Greater Onitsha Metropolitan City. So, and this has limited many people. But we will come to that. We are discussing first of all about the drainage. The drainage is the first thing they talked about. They talked about that leaving this drainage open has caused a lot of harm. It has also helped to destroy the environment in Onitsha and the Anambra State, because the drainage has also become a place for dumping of refuge and human feces. A lot of people has converted it to public toilets, because it was left open. And the odor that is emanating from these drainages has actually made the city very uninhabited. So the smell from these drainages, the open drainage, has caused a lot of health to many people. And even the first time visitor to the state, they detest why should government leave this drainage open. So, and they talked about this drainage having some dirty waters in them. Some of them having water, some stagnant water in them. And this has bred billions of mosquitoes that has turned around to be invading army or a swarm of dangerous mosquito to the city, which has destroyed many lives, has caused many people to be on the sick bed, to spend the little they get from Onitsha in the hospitals. So they are asking the government to please to look into this major highway, that to look into the drainages and do something about it. That is very important. They are asking the Soludo to look into the drainage to see if they can cover these drainages. If they can cover these drainages. For me, I also have this opinion that no drainage anywhere should be left open. That leaving it open costs life and is very expensive to maintain, and faces the environment and any city. And any city that leaves its drainage open shows that they don't care for the life of their citizen or the city's dwellers. So it's very important for Soludo to come to their rescue, to come and help. That this is a major artery or a major motorway into Onitsha or out of Onitsha. That is very important to make it to look like a city, a proper city. A proper city doesn't have open drainages. So I join the call of those people, many of those people that have commented to say, Soludo and Anambra State government, come, let's close these drainages once and for all, for the good of all. I am Kodili-nye. We are discussing about the issues raised by the people in Onitsha and the visitors about Onitsha, why they dislike Onitsha. Why Onitsha? Some of them said, this is why I cannot live in Onitsha. Let me read some of the things they said. One of the persons, a lot of them says, Onitsha is known for open drainages, dirty drainages that are left opened, that is breeding ground for mosquitoes, that major highway in Onitsha, major artery point drainage is like can swallow a whole car. That is very deep. And they talked about the pedestrian bridges that were built, that not only that is not friendly to anybody, but a lot of these pedestrian bridges that have a lot of beggars on top of these pedestrian bridges, and some of them have been converted into shops. Pedestrian bridges in Onitsha, a lot of them has been converted into business area and very dirty, and sometimes human feces on top of it. A lot of army of children beggars and a lot of other beggars hanging on top of this drainage, on top of these flyover pedestrian bridges, overhead pedestrian bridges around Greater Onitsha. And they talked about lack of trees around this major motorway. There's no ornamental trees around it. Even in the middle of it, there's not much of beautification that will actually make Onitsha more attractive and to look appealing to even first-time visitors. And they talked about the security on this major highway. They talked about it has been regarded as one of the most dangerous areas in Onitsha. They talk about the security, lack of security on this major area. And they talked about lack of pedestrian walkways on the both sides of this major highway, that there's no pedestrian walkways. And they also talk about many people walking on the roads on this major highway instead of walking on the side on the pedestrian motorway. I think I will leave it here because the other concerns, let us deal with. We have just deal with the open drainage, the drainage they call Sakamore drainage, open drainages in this major highway to Onitsha, from Headbridge to Obunike toll gate, Onitsha. For those that do not know Onitsha, Onitsha is in Anambra State, southeast of Nigeria, West Africa. And I am Kodili-nye. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to comment, like, send out your views to us. I appreciate every of your concern. I appreciate everything that everything that you do to support us. What I plead of you is to support us by watching this channel, watching our videos. By watching this video, it will encourage this channel to grow. And once this channel grows, it will be good for everyone because we'll bring better vlogs than this. And we'll be getting out, traveling around, getting more videos, content for you. And to make your life and the life of the people better. Thank you once again. Remember to subscribe. So we will continue on our discussion. So they were talking about the open drainage. The open drainage was a big concern. And we just finished talking, dealing with it, talking about it, the open drainage. And let's just watch the video once again. Yeah, okay. This is the major motorway into Onitsha and out of Onitsha. From Headbridge to MCC to Boromi to Mbo and Obunike. You can see the drainage. See the big drainages. I don't know if you can see the drainage. You can see the rubbish in the drainage. You see where that man is passing through. This is full of rubbish. Human feces is very, very dirty. So you can see how the man is crossing. That's what they were talking about. That's what they are talking about. You can see. So that's what they are talking about. The open drainage, the dirtiness in it, and how it looks like. That it should be covered. So, sorry about that. So it should have be covered. The drainage should have been covered. That's what they are discussing about. So, that's what we are discussing and the people are saying about. So we are going to continue. Welcome back. I am Kodili-nye. So we are discussing about the concerns of many concerning the major motorway, Onitsha Expressway, or motorway as they call it, from Headbridge, Onitsha to Obunike Tollgate. We are discussing about it. I don't know if you're seeing me all right. I am Kodili-nye. That's what we are discussing about, the concerns people have been raising over the years, and they are waiting for when a responsible government will hear their cry and see to their concern. So the number two is, we have discussed the number one, the open drainage. Number two is the overhead bridge. The overhead bridge or pedestrian bridges in Onitsha, on that motorway from Headbridge to MCC to Tazan Junction and to Obunike. So they are talking about that, the design of that pedestrian bridges. That these pedestrian bridges is not friendly to many people because of they have to climb the step pattern. That the bridges should have a situation where they build the part that people can easily drive their bike, or those that are using wheelbarrow can easily climb it to the other side. Because they were talking about, they were looking at proper flyover in MCC and Atani Road Junction to that Niger Road that leads to Main Market, that should have had a better flyover that accommodate both cars and the human. But now that there is a pedestrian bridge that they were expecting the design to the government to redesign it in such a way that all those bike and wheelbarrows and those pushing something can easily climb it. A little modification of it will do. And they are talking about the cleanliness of those pedestrian bridges. That the pedestrian bridges at a time is very dirty, human feces left on top of it. And they are talking about also that the governor should look into the multitude or litany of beggars, child beggars and other beggars on top of these pedestrian bridges, that are being converted to a place for begging. So they are thinking that if you have the Onitsha local government, Onitsha North, Onitsha South, and all those local government officials, what is their duty? They also asking what is the duty of these PGs of this Onitsha and all those towns that made up Onitsha metropolitan area. What are they doing? So they are also asking what is the state government officials doing concerning this. That this quite irritating, that sometimes people going through the pedestrian bridge is very difficult to even elderly people to climb it, or even younger people, even people carrying anything, they cannot climb it because it's very difficult, because it's not human, it's not friendly at all. So even on climbing it, they come in there, the whole place is littered with beggars, different types of beggars, even child beggars, children used by their mothers and some unscrupulous elements to beg, dragging peoples on their clothes, doing sort of things. Some of them are doing pickpocketing. So they are worried about what is happening, and they are suggesting that the government should take hold of these pedestrian bridges, redesign it so that the barrows or people can easily climb them or use them, because they don't have any other way to cross that major highway. So they talk about also people trading on top of it, that those people trading on top of it has occupied the pedestrian bridges and making it difficult for people to pass by. And they were shocked that the government doesn't know about these things. That how their people can be trading on top of pedestrian bridges on 21st century. That if there is government in Anambra State, that this should not be happening at all. No one should even come near there to trade. That, the person should be arrested and persecuted immediately, and all his wares confiscated. And even that cameras should have been mounted on those areas, and the area should be cleaned all the time. And those beggars should not even in the first place go there at all. So that's what they are talking about. And it has become a security challenge and health and safety issue because of dirtiness, human feces left there by those beggars, and a lot of things. So they are asking the government to come and do the needful, to help get this city, get this state to be appealing to visitors and to be habitable, to be something that people will be proud, a place people can easily use. They want the government to make these pedestrian bridges to be user-friendly. That is very important, that They don't know why the government cannot do the little things that you expect every government to do. That this one doesn't actually cost money also to do. That the work of government and government officials is basically to be in the street and organize the streets. So this is the second issue they raise. I am called the NYA. Remember to comment. Remember to comment. Remember to comment. And the third one is beautification. Lack of ornamental trees along this major artery into Anambra State. What they were saying is that the whole place should have been littered with trees, left and right and center. They said that to change Anambra State must start from Onitsha. That they were expecting the government or the local councils to beautify this major artery to Obunike, from Onitsha to Obunike, by planting trees, ornamental palms, cactus on the middle, on the left and right of this major highway till Obunike. They want a sort of beautification of this major artery. That by doing this will actually be appealing and make it look very, very beautiful. And even first-time visitors will start to rate this city instead of, saying negative things about this city. They are talking about the impression is very important. That to sell Anambra State or to sell Onitsha to others, that beautification of this major road should be number one priority. So that's what they are. And I do believe, and I also support what they are talking about, because it should be something that the government should have known. It should have known. It's very sad that over the years, nothing is done on this. And this doesn't cost money. This doesn't need, it's very, very important. So this is the third issue they raised. I am Kodili-nye. Keep on watching, keep on commenting, keep on subscribing. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. So another thing is about the issue of security along this major motorway to Obunike. They are of the opinion that this area should be secured. That it's easy to secure this area. They want government to do more to not only having patrols, but to install CCTV cameras with control rooms that monitor even flies on this road. That government should look into it urgently. Very, very important. Security is important, especially when you are coming into any state, coming into a major city. The Opiweka, those area, those Lagos Park, I think by now should have been dealt with. Very important, especially now that the state is expecting, or the city is expecting, millions of people flooding into the city. Very important that the government should look into this as soon as possible. Thank you again for watching, and we're still discussing the fourth one. There are many things they raise, although I didn't read most of them, is the issue of pedestrian walkways on this major road. That a lot of people are basically walking on the road. That if you watch from Headbridge up, you see hundreds of people walking on the road. That the government should not be allowing this. They are also suggesting that the middle of this motorway should have a barricade, So to discourage people from crossing everywhere. And pedestrian walkways should be provided on both sides of this major highway. And actually, I support them 100% because this is a great city and we are in 21st century. You know, we shouldn't continue on the archaic ways of the past. We should be innovative. We should join the community of nations of developed countries. We should be imitating what other countries or cities are doing, even in Africa, Nairobi, in Rwanda, in even Ghana. So Onitsha should not be left out in this. So they are asking the governor Soludo to urgently get people to do all those things, that it will help to create also employment. It can be done by direct level. They also suggesting that those pedestrian bridges, it should be awarded to masons and engineers to do all those things and construct it, and they will create jobs also for them and help to beautify the the city and the state. Thank you also for staying patient and watching this vlog. Another one they are talking about is a cleaning of this motorway. They're talking about issue of sand dunes, lots of sand on the road, that it makes the road very dirty and unkept. And I also know that is true. Most of the roads in Anambra State in Onitsha is like that. They want the government to employ the sweepers, to employ the people to sweep these things, that it will help to beautify the state. It will help to beautify the city. So I do believe that all these things should not be something that the government should be, be delaying on. This city must be beautified, must be cleaned up. This gateway motorway or gateway entrance into the state, into the city, should be top notch. It should be changed completely. It should not be left like an animal farm. So the government should do the needful. I am Kodili-nye. I thank you for continue supporting us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always being there. Thank you, and continue watching, and may God continue to bless you. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to share this vlog to your friends. Remember to always be there. And I promise to also be there for you by bringing better and beautiful vlogs for you. Have a good time. Stay safe. See you in the next vlog or next video. I am Kodili-nye signing off. God bless you. Bye.